Welcome to the channel, collectors. Today we're going to be talking about the mega blocks, mega constructs. I honestly don't even know what they're called at this point, but it's the Charmander evolution set. And you guys can see we got little Charmander over here, we got Charmeleon, and then we got the big kahuna himself, Charizard. So yeah, if you know anything about Pokemon, you know that this dude is pretty much one of the most popular evolution sets, or I guess just evolutions in general. If you know anything about Pokemon cards, you know that this guy is the most expensive Pokemon card out there, especially if you have it first edition, and then holographic, obviously. And if you have it at a Prestige 10, then you got yourself some good chunk of cash right there. But overall, he's still one of the most popular Pokemon out there. Every time there's a new Pokemon set about Charizard, you know that thing goes crazy. But just in this little thing, just by looking at him, nothing too basic, I guess, or crazy about Charmander and Charmeleon. They're just kind of just like add-ins, right? But the big dude is obviously Charizard. Obviously, he can't stand. I just have him hooked up to that little pole because that's how I want to have him. It just looks pretty dope. I do actually have the separate one by himself, but this one came in the little set, so that's why I have this guy floating around, because, I mean, come on, tell me this guy doesn't look pretty badass, right? You could technically have him standing, but I just prefer it this way, to be quite honest with you. His wings look pretty dope. He has that little fire thing coming out. But for now, let's move on over to, I guess, the accessories that come over with this set. Moving over to the accessories, obviously this comes with just a little basic Charmander. Nothing too crazy about this dude. We got another basic Charmeleon over here. And then obviously the main thing about this set is obviously the Charizard. His wings are pretty dope. Like, I love how this is just rubber, right? And aside from him, he does come with this like fire blast that can be taken out of his mouth, right? Here's a little peg which you can just put in there. But I guess the little gimmick of this evolution set are these like little stands, or I guess stage sets. So here's this little mountain / volcano set where you can just put all three of them, just like I had it in the previous. But that's it when it comes to the accessories. Again, when it comes to, I guess, Legos and, I guess, building blocks, don't really expect anything too much. I mean, if anything, this one actually came with a little set, but that's about it for the accessories. All right, so now let's go over to the articulations of this set. Obviously, we got Charmander here, who is pretty much on the basic side. His head can turn around the full 360. His hands, you really can't move them, just to like the little tip. Obviously, as you can see, there's no like peg, anything sticking out there. His legs, you actually can move them. You can technically do the splits. And then clearly there are little pegs down here so that he can go onto the little building sets that they provide for this thing, for the evolution set. Charmeleon, he can move a little bit more. Technically, his whole hand can do a 360. His legs can do a 360 as well. As you can see, they're all just ball joints anyways. So he can extend all the way out here as well. This dude comes with pegs as well at the bottom. So he has a pretty good motion too. His tail, it can go up and down. Yeah, you can pretty much move it to a good destination that you want. So pretty cool on that. But again, the main thing about this set, it's all about freaking Charizard over here. But Charizard over here, obviously his has no knees, right? Because I don't think he needs any. But he does have a good ankle, what are they called? Swivel. So he can move pretty good left to side. He can't really move that crazy going up and down. But his entire leg can do a full 360. So that's cool. Obviously, there's a small little peg there, but it's not enough to fit into the little diorama that they provide. So obviously, that's for both of them. His hands can do a full 360. So pretty cool. He's got some movement in his claws, right? And here's the thing that's beautiful about them. You can always just kind of put them back because they're all ball pegs or ball joints. So obviously, his hand can twist all the way. So pretty cool on that. His wings, as I mentioned earlier, there's this like little rubbery texture to this that just feels pretty nice. And I really love this feature about them. But as you can see, these things are really freaking cool, and they can actually extend to a good portion too, right? Like you can move them up and down. And as I say that, it breaks on me too, right? But really good motion, not too crazy on up and down, but going to the sides, they can really move really good. Tail is a pretty good one too. As you can see, good set of motion here. You can extend it, play with every little set as well. So really good. The little flame. Now going over to his head, he actually can go all the way like this. You can move it all, however way you want. This is as far as he can look down, going up again, and this is as far back as it can go, again, as if he's flying, right? And then his mouth can open, and then like I said earlier, this is where this little thing can connect up here. You just put it up there, and boom. So really good motion with Charizard. I actually really do really love this thing, but that's about it for Charizard and the articulation for this. And then obviously you can't really move much on the little diorama that they provided. So that's it for the articulations. Now let's talk about how long it took me to build this and the difficulty, I guess. So this entire set took me about, I want to say, an hour-ish. Wasn't too difficult. Again, as you can see, Charmander and Charmeleon are just like little parts, and then the building set was not that crazy at all. Hardest part was obviously Charizard, but it's actually really simple to really make. I think probably the toughest thing is going to be his wings, right? Just because like you kind of got to form this little thing, and sometimes it's a little bit hard to kind of read from the instructions, but overall this was a pretty simple one. I definitely recommend this one, especially if you I guess just want to get into Pokemon, or if Charizard is your favorite Pokemon overall. Now, like I did mention, he does come separate, but I'll tell you in just a little bit why you might want to just kind of get this entire little set. But other than that, it's pretty easy, and I definitely do recommend you getting this one. And then going over to the price point and the release date. Now, what I could technically find, this dude did come out, I guess the set came out in February of 2022. Now, luckily for us, he's still technically, I guess the set is still available. I don't know why I keep on saying he, but the set, the evolution, the Charmander set evolution is still available at Walmart. I believe it's a Walmart exclusive. That's the only place I've actually been able to find them. You can obviously buy it on eBay and on Amazon, but the original price for this is $30. So that's where you'll be able to find this guy. I mean, that's the only store I've been able to find this, and the other ones just in store, right? So luckily for us, even this being from a 2022 is still available. So that's pretty rare. But I would definitely recommend, if you want to get into this set, buy it now before it gets kind of retired, and then you got to spend 50 bucks on this, okay? And now I just kind of want to show you why it's probably important to try to collect this set. Again, this is the Charmander Evolution set. And at the time when it came out, there was also a Squirtle Evolution set. And then the Bulbasaur Evolution set, right? Along with a Riolu slash, I guess Riolu Evolution set, right? So these were the original 4 that came out, and this is why, like I said, if you're just interested in Charizard and you don't want anything else, buy one as by himself. I believe he's like $10, usually on sale a lot of the time anyways. But if you want to try to keep up with the line, again, it's kind of hard because there's a lot of Pokemon, I guess, Mega Block stuff out there that's not really connected, but you know, since it's your original trio, you kind of definitely want to. And then obviously Lucario is one of my favorite ones, but there's also technically a Magikarp Evolution set, and then we also got a Vulpix set. Now, I believe I'm also missing the Pikachu Evolution set, which I just barely realized from doing some research right now. But this is something, if you want to have a little trio out there. You'll notice that every other Evolution set has like a platform, right? Except for Venusaur over here. They didn't come with anything, and I think that's mainly just because Venusaur is so many freaking pieces, and he's actually the most expensive one out of all of these. Again, I'm gonna do, so I actually do already have speed builds on the Squirtle Evolution set, the Riolu evolution sets and the Bulbasaur evolution set. And obviously I just barely did the speed build for this one, for the Charmander. And then sooner than later, I'm going to end up doing the Magikarp and the Vulpix. Obviously, they're still in their box, right? So they are part of the journey that I'm going to try to do and make some content on. But yeah, this is just kind of a little, I guess, preview of the stuff that I'm going to end up doing. I also do model kits. I do speed builds and then review them as well. I'm just barely getting into SH figure arts, and I'm just trying to get into a lot of stuff. Obviously Pokemon cards, but we all know the whole prismatic evolution stuff where they're just being freaking sold out everywhere. So it kind of sucks a little bit, right? Other than that, just keep on checking into this channel if you're interested in Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball. I'm trying to get into some of the new Demon Slayer / My Hero Academia, Yu Yu Hakusho, SH figure arts, and then obviously I'm a big Power Ranger person as well. Playmates is finally going to release, I guess, their line, so we'll see. But this is just me, man. I just love collecting. I love building, and yeah. So if you're interested in this channel, I would pretty much recommend subscribing. Again, it's free, and just hit the like button if you enjoyed these videos. But other than that, that's going to be it for me. So thank you for watching the video. And as always, happy collecting, collectors.